get back, spend yourself $1. Daddy's got a square dance down in the holler, a finger on the fiddle, a rising on the bow, round your partner with a do-side do. A dance all night, give a pretty girl a swing. Pick her up and set her in the middle of the ring. A dance all night with a bottle in your hand. A dance all night, give the fiddler a dram. Fiddler, dram, fiddler, dram. Dance all night, give the fiddler a dram. That's Keith Terry. Well, pick up your partner and circle to the right, gonna dance all night, back again with a grin. Circle to the left with the one you love best, say The June apple's just hanging on a tree. The next pretty girl's gonna dance with me. Charlie, he's a nice young man, so dapper. Gonna pick me a good and ripe June apple. Yep.
Evie Ladin.
Well, jump back, a patty whack, a give a dog a bone. My old man a come a rolling home. Home is where he hangs his hat. Mad like a hatter, but I'm madder than that. Well, I don't drink and I don't smoke.
That's not true.
They're shacking up now with a greasy coat. A greasy coat's gonna take me in.
Don't look now, but you can't fool him.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I have been hearing about Dahlonega for years and years, and I can't believe we're finally here.
We drove all the way from the John C. Campbell Folk School today. Such a straight shot. I like your barbecue so far. Had some of that this evening.
This is a song that I wrote when I was living in southern Indiana, a town built on limestone and corn, mashed up with the tune Lost Girl. Well, come down from the mountains to the rolling hills, where the mist settles in the valley, and corn grows on cold limestone. Come down to the door of my home. Come down to the door of my home. Head up over the Smokies, up the Blue Highway to me. Tobacco barns and bluegrass rolls up to 73. Come up now and come alone. Come down to the door of my home. Yep. The wind is warm, so am I. I'm waiting for you, dear. In the pines, you'd be mine if you would come here. Come up now and come alone. Come down to the door of my home. Come down from the mountains to the rolling
Thank you.
Well, it is true. I started playing banjo as a child in the hills of New York City.
Yeehaw.
Between New York and Baltimore, but my dad would pack us up in the car and drive us down to North Carolina to go to a good party, and opened our doors to all of the cloggers and fiddlers and musicians that were traveling up from the south. So I come by it honestly. And this area here and to the east of us in western North Carolina is really dear to me. A lot of community, a place I visit at least every year, see people and play. And we all know that they've been hit with some really hard times. So we would be remiss if we didn't sing this song. And please join us. Waterbound and I can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home down in North Carolina. Well, the river's up, I can't get across. River's up, I can't get across. River's up, I can't get across down in North Carolina. 'Cause I'm waterbound and I can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home down in North Carolina. Stay all night and don't go home. Stay all night and don't go home. Stay all night and don't go home. Stay with me till morning. 'Cause we're waterbound and we can't go home. Waterbound and I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home down in North Carolina. We'll all sweep the mud away, yeah, we'll all sweep the mud away. We'll all sweep the mud away down in North Carolina. 'Cause we're waterbound and we can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound, can't get home down in North Carolina. Yeah, we're waterbound and we can't get home. Waterbound, I can't get home. Waterbound and I can't get home down in North Carolina. I tell you, this week at the folk school, we met a lot of, I will call them refugees from Asheville. And as you know, and as they were saying, music helps, and singing together really helps. And that's a hard song to get through sometimes, this time. Well, in that Southern Appalachian tradition, you know, there are a lot of those rascal songs. Oh, those rascally men. Well, here's a song I wrote in that tradition. It's called Gone Again. 1, 2, 3. Early one morning in the dirty light, plans, heading up north to grab some land. Needed me to help him win. Take another turn, we're gone again. Gone again. Gone again. Take another turn, we're gone again. Gone again. Gone again. Late in the day with the sun in her eyes, me and my Billy walked out in the ride. We lay down to have a little rest. Wake up in the morning, he's gone again. Gone again. Gone again. Wake up in the morning, he's gone again. Gone again. Gone again. Take another turn, he's gone again. Gone again. Gone again. He's not your boy and he's not your friend. He shows up late, he stays till the end. Comes for the food, stays for the bed. Take another turn, he's gone again. 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 Thank you. Keith, you want to talk a little bit about what we've been doing all week?
Yeah.
What you're about to do?
We've been at the John C. Campbell Folk School, as you heard. We were teaching body music. Body music, sometimes called body drumming, body percussion. It goes by many names. We like the term body music because we like to sing sometimes while we're doing it. It's not just the rhythmic component, but we can have melody and harmony with our voices. Body music is probably, well, it's old as dirt. It's probably the oldest music on the planet. Before we were making instruments, hollowing logs, using gourds, we were probably stomping and clapping and grunting to express our musical ideas, and there are traditional styles all over the world today still, and more contemporary styles. So we're going to do a little bit of body music on this next piece. And it's what I'm doing is a contemporary style, and then Evie's going to be clogging, so I'm flat foot clogging.
That's Keith Terry. Where'd you get them high-heeled shoes, that dress that you got on? Got my shoes from a railroad man and my dress from Lonesome John. Where were you when the train left town? Where were you last Sunday? I was out with Lonesome John and I didn't get back till Monday. Lonesome John is not your man. Lonesome John is ragged. Sleeps with his head in the old coal bin and he carries a rusty dagger. Well, don't you go with railroad men, they'll never treat you proper. Choose a girl in every town and I know well they'll drop her. You take back them high-heeled shoes, that dress that you got on. Quit your mind of railroad men and give up Lonesome John. Thank you.
Are you a sing-along kind of crowd? Yes. All right. We got a song for you. Your part comes in towards the end. I think you'll hear it.
I think you'll recognize when it comes in. Although my dad sent me a very funny email today, which I'll tell you about after this song. 1, 2, I won't. Well, you can have it all, but not at the same time. You can live a life of rock and roll, but you better save your dimes, 'cause we're all gonna grow old. You can't see it at the time, but years go by, and one day you'll find you can have it all, but not at the same time. Isn't that right, you grown-ups? When I was coming of age, I went to the university, and they told us you can have it all, especially us women. They said, it's your turn. You can have a loving family and a successful career for equal pay. And 15 years later, well, they sent out a survey. They said, what's the most surprising thing since you graduated? To a 1, well, this is what everybody said. Well, you can have it all, but not at the same time. You can live a life of rock and roll, but I'm telling you, you're Save your dimes, 'cause we're all gonna grow. You can't see it at the time, but years go by, and one day you'll find you can have it all, but not at the same time.
Always get what you want.
And not at the same time.
Always get what you want.
Did you figure out that's your part?
You can't always get what you want.
It's kind of glass half empty, don't
Realistic. You can't always get what you want.
All right, well, if your glass is half full, you can sing with me.
You can't.
You can get it
what
if you
want.
really want it. Which one are you now?
You can't.
You can get it
what
if
you
you
want.
really want it. Usually the ladies on my side.
You can't.
You can get it
what
if you
want.
really want it.
You can't.
You can get it
what
if
you
you
want.
really want it. Keep it going now. If you want it,
Always
here
get
it
what you
is.
want.
Come and get it if you
can't
want it.
Always
Here
get
it
what
is.
you want.
Come and get it if you want it.
Always
Here
get
it
what
is.
you want.
Come and get it, but you better hurry, 'cause it's going fast.
A birthday in the house
A
tonight.
birthday in the house.
A birthday. Wow.
Well, I'll share with you, just today, my dad sent me an email, and he said, I heard on the radio this song that said, you can get it if you really want it, but you better hurry, because it's going fast. But it wasn't your song. I was like, oh, Dad. Oh, Dad, where were you in the 60s, 70s?
He was housing all those old-time musicians coming
He
up the
was. He
East
wasn't
Coast. He
listening to the
wasn't listening
radio.
to the radio.
Actually, along the same lines, there are several decades that I missed because once I got back into old-time music, I wasn't listening to pop radio either. And you have people gathering around singing Radiohead and Coldplay, and I was like, don't know any of that, so.
We have any fans of the Carter family? Yeah. Jimmy and Rosalind and Billy. That was the other branch of the Carter family, right? Jimmy's hanging in there.
100.
Amazing.
How about Cowboy Carter? Anybody? Anybody? Cowboy Carter?
Regina Carter?
You know what I'm talking about? Beyonce's record featuring old-time clawhammer banjo.
At the
Yes.
very beginning? Yeah.
It wasn't me. I have had people say, oh, she should have you on her record. I was like, right. My line's open, Queen Bee. Well, you fans of the Carter family, you know that there are all these beautiful poetic love songs where by the end the beloved is at the bottom of a river or the wrong end of a Bowie knife. My sister and I grew up singing those songs in harmony. What does that teach a young girl about love? Don't go to the river with a man named Willie. Lesson number 1. Well, this is one of my favorites. Spoiler alert, nobody dies. Sorry. We had wandered in the shadow of the pines. The moon looked down on you and me, and a darkness fell across the summer sky, and a shadow came between my love and me. Oh, darling, come love me as before. We'll come back to leave me nevermore. At that spot I'm sad and lonesome, and the sun come and meet me in the shadow of the pines. Well, you went away and left me, and my tears I could not hide. You went away and not a word was said, while my throbbing heart was breaking underneath its load of pride, and the pine trees sobbed in pity for my head. Oh, darling, come love me as before. Well, come back to leave me nevermore. At that spot I'm sad and lonesome, and the sun no longer shines. Come and meet me in the shadow of the pines. All our future is overshadowed by a darkness of despair, and across life's path the sun no longer shines. Well, I would give this whole world gladly once again to meet you there and reunite in the shadow of the pines. Oh, darling, come love me as before. Well, come back to leave me nevermore. Well, at that spot I'm sad and lonesome, and the sun no longer shines. Come and meet me in the shadow of the pines. Well, at that spot I'm sad and lonesome, and the sun no longer shines. Come and meet me in the shadow of the pines. Thank you.
We're going to play one of Evie's songs that reminds me so much of my parents. By the way, I don't know if anyone told you we're doing one long set rather than with no intermission tonight. So, but I like playing this next song because, like I said, it reminds me of my parents. My parents were married for 68 years, and my dad passed away about 10 years ago. But they had a remarkable marriage, and 68 years is a long time. They were children when they got married. My mom was 16, my dad was 18 going off to war.
Don't get any ideas, kids.
That's right. But they made it last. They made it work, and they loved to dance. And the other part of the song that comes to mind is earlier this week, on last Sunday, Evie and I celebrated our 22nd wedding anniversary. I don't think we're going to make it to 68 unless there's some real advanced medical discoveries along the way.
Well, this is a waltz, so if you want to get up and waltz, feel free. Last night in that beautiful dance hall out in Brasstown, they had people dancing all over the place, and it was a beautiful sight to see. Turn out the light, it's too late to fight. The kids are all sleeping, let's call it a night. But honey, stay, don't go away. I know there are more words still left to say, but no matter how hard way that my baby can. There's years now between us and more still to come. I know it ain't easy, it's not always fun, but if you just hold on tight, we will make it alright. And someday look back and remember, though it was long ago, I meant what I said when I told you forever until I was dead. Baby, look in my eyes, remember your wife, the one that you danced down the aisle. I waited my lifetime for just such a man who can dance me the way that my baby can. Another begins. Step out on the dance floor and give me a spin. Hold me and rock me and turn me around. Let's dance while we've still got the time. I waited my lifetime for just such a man who can dance me the way that my baby can. I waited my lifetime for just such a man who can dance me the way that my baby can.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to play a couple old songs. And I want to give it up to all those pick and bow kids who got up and danced today. We had a really fun workshop, square dance workshop, and got a budding new caller over here. Practice calling, practice dancing, practice sharing weight.
Practice playing fast for a dance.
Yeah, well done, well done. We're going to play a song I got from Doc Boggs and then a tune from Lester McCumbers, West Virginia. Standing cold and lonely, only love my daddy night and day. First comes sadness, then comes gladness. He done me wrong but gone away. Well, I'm a mistreated mama. Mama got me down and sent over me, trifling daddy. Daddy, blame it all on him. First he took the peaches from off my tree. Now he's gone and handed back the seeds to me. I'm a mistreated mama with a mistreated blues. Once he said my kisses was all so good. Now he's gone to sneaking round my neighborhood. I'm a mistreated mama with a mistreated blues. Standing cold and lonely, only love my daddy night and day. Thank you so much.
We'll be leaving this area tomorrow morning very early.
No.
Yeah. Heading on to other places, but it's really been nice these last 10 days or so. Georgia and North Carolina.
Yep. I know, after waiting so long to be in Dahlonega, we're here for about 24 hours. Or less. I know, whenever I've been out kind of in this area, folks have been like, you gotta play Bear on the Square. You gotta play Bear on the Square. So I guess we gotta play Bear on the Square. One day, you think? Well, we answer to all invitations. And we do live out in Oakland, California. But we travel about 2/3 of the year. And I always find excuses for coming back this way because I just love this area so much. Well, we're going to play a song that I wrote with my mother in mind. Now, my mother was, she was ill and in a very slow decline over the whole course of my life. But for much of it, she was an international folk dance leader when that was all the rage in the 60s, 70s, 80s. And she taught international folk dance of all different kinds. And so I grew up taking money at the door, helping her mimeograph flyers. That was a long time ago. You know what I'm talking about.
I know that smell. I can remember that. I can remember that.
And then joining in on those dances. And then it was with my dad that we were mostly square dancing and clogging and coming down south and playing old time music. But like I said, we're originally from New York City, and even when my mom lost the ability to do all of the things that she loved to do, I noticed that she still had this smile. It was this smile. I have it now. But being from New York, you know, I said to her, "What are you so happy about?" Because that's how we speak to our loved ones.
That's true.
All right now. And she said, "I'm just so happy every morning when I open my eyes and I'm still here." And she had lost the ability to do so many things, but was still so happy to be there. And if that wasn't a lesson for me to quit my complaining, did it work? This is called Precious Days. Well, I am not home, but I shall not wander. I'll wait to see what my time on earth will bring. I was sent to roam, but I will not squander these precious days God's given me. I'm gonna dig deep in the dirt of the valley, climb up high on a mountainside. I'll open my eyes and look about me. I'll row across the ocean tide. has been scarred, bruised and beaten, but she has got the will to live. All that she wants is for her babies to have a better life at hand, but they partake of her riches and they forsake her in the end. I'm gonna dig deep in the dirt of the valley, climb up high on the mountainside. I'll open my eyes and look about me. I'll row across the ocean tide. When all my years have gone before me and my race is almost run, I will look up to the stars in heaven. I know my journey's just begun. I'm gonna dig deep in the dirt of the valley, climb up high on a mountainside. I'll open my eyes, look about me. I'll row across the ocean tide. I'll row across the ocean tide. I'll row across the ocean tide.
Thank you.
This is a song from Ola Belle Reed. Ola Belle Reed from North Carolina, Maryland, banjo player, songwriter, wrote a lot of songs that have made their way into the traditional repertoire like High on a Mountain or I've Endured. This is one she wrote called My Epitaph. When I go from this life, let me go in peace. I don't want your marble at my head and my feet. Don't gather around me to weep and moan, 'cause where I'm going, I won't be alone. The flowers you give me, give them today. Don't waste their beauty on cold, lifeless clay. One rose with love would do such good. I know you'd give it if you only understood. God gives life freely and takes it away. What we do for each other, let's do it today. For we have no promise that tomorrow will come. Don't sing praises only after we're gone. When a life has departed, It's not me anymore, just a form that suffered a still heart sore. For the soul has blossomed, don't need this anymore. Let it go freely to God's evermore. Thank you. I'm going to release that song as a single next month. I was thinking of putting it out on Halloween, or maybe Day of the Dead. I forget which one I decided on.
Well, I'm going to play two of my favorite instruments on this next song, these two right here.
Uh-oh.
I love these spoons. I bought them at a Japanese grocery. They are made of bamboo, and they feel really good on my fingers. They're relatively easy to play. I love their sound. But the thing I like most they do is this. And that is just about my favorite part of the show right there.
True story. You know, I spend all this like serious time writing songs and arranging things and all that, and he just has to play his face with utensils, and everybody's happy.
I think it's the element of danger.
Well, we have a few more for you. We do have like a whole pile of merchandise over here on the front of the stage. We'd be happy to meet and talk with you afterwards. And we have such a wide variety of things because of all the things we do. We have some instructional DVDs in flat foot clogging at 2 levels, buck dancing for beginners, and freestyle, otherwise known as everything else I know.
We have some DVD players for sale also.
Yeah. And I think we have one left of the body music instructional DVD if you want to slap your own self around.
Some people like that.
That's true. And of course, all these materials are available online and digitally downloadable. And I will say on Keith's website, keithterry.com, in the store, he has a whole bunch of mini lessons. And the first one is free, that teaches his rhythm blocks methodology. And then all kinds of body music games and activities, different time signatures, different kinds of things to play. And along those lines, we have a book that comes with a digital video called Rhythm of Math, that he worked with a math specialist who was using all of his body music in the classroom to teach math to grades 3 through 6, Common Core Standards approved. So it was piloted in in several elementary schools out in the Bay Area, and found that a lot of kids who were not learning math by the traditional means started learning it by physicalizing it and putting it on their bodies.
Kinesthetic learning.
Kinesthetic learning. We, of course, have a bunch of CDs. We have another one of Keith's projects for an album of music for kids and their families called I Like Everything About You. Yes, I do. And that is a multicultural percussion quintet where everyone's arts come from the African diaspora. And I'm in the group representing Appalachian music, which is also a part of African diaspora music, banjo being from Africa and having that African-American influence in the music. And I also have an album called Riding the Rooster, which is, you see we have no fiddle in our band, but I grew up really listening to the fiddle and playing banjo against the fiddle. So finally, in my travels, I sat down with 17 different fiddle players all over the country and recorded a tune with them. And sitting down with a fiddle player I don't play with all the time, playing a tune I don't really know, and recording it is kind of what I imagine riding a rooster to feel like. So next month, I'm also coming out with Riding the Rooster 2 with 17 different fiddle players. So that's a really fun side project I've got going. And then some other albums of the music you're hearing tonight from our band. And because CDs are going the way that they're going. Oh, do we have any of those wax cylinders?
I think so. And some of those wire recordings
8-track tapes. Mm-hmm. Well, still have a bunch of compact discs. But if you don't have a CD player and that's not how you consume your music, we also have some bandanas, because blowing your nose will never go out of style. And I will mention that if you only get your music by streaming, artists don't really see much from that. And so one of the ways you can help, you can either get music off of Bandcamp, or if you do use any of those other services, if you like, download, share, save, all of those kinds of things up your algorithm. And I know when I was a little girl, I said, Mama, when I grow up, I hope I have a really strong algorithm.
And she said, what?
What's an algorithm? Anyway, we're going to dive into these next few songs. And I'm sure you have heard Johnny Cash's song, I've Been Everywhere. I recently saw a meme on Instagram. There was a map with Johnny Cash's face on the map everywhere he had said he'd been. It was pretty amazing. Well, I wrote a song called Almost Everywhere. And if you identify with the tagline, which you might living here in Dahlonega, please join us and sing along. 1, 2, 3. New York to New Orleans and every point in between. San Francisco, Balmer, I've been almost everywhere. Everywhere ain't worth it anymore. if it all comes from the same store. Well, I ain't no Johnny Cash, I never claimed to be, but I still got the gas pedal riding under me. Well, my job, it takes me on the road, riding, rolling, gotta drive. I've paid off all I owed, never had a 9 to 5. The more the years go by, every exit looks the same. I can't believe my eyes, the homogeneity. Mickey D's, box of Jack, shells and gulfs a mile wide. Family diners get a stack of pre-cut, pre-cooked, freeze-dried fries. New York to New Orleans and every point in between. San Francisco bomber, I've been almost everywhere. Everywhere ain't worth it anymore if it all comes from the same store.
Next.
No matter where you are, well, you don't have to talk to folks. You don't have to leave your car. You do your business by remote. Everywhere ain't worth it anymore if it all comes from the same store. Well, in my hometown, they're tearing pretty houses down. Behind them, rising boxes filled with boxes. No surprises. Everywhere ain't worth it anymore if it all comes from the same store. That shirt says USA, but it's made in Singapore, and it all comes from the same store. Cut down the Amazon and deliver it to your front door, and it all comes from the same store. Enough is enough, but more is more, and it all comes from the same store. New York to New Orleans and every point in between, it all comes from the same store. San Francisco bomber, I've been almost everywhere, and it all comes from the same store. Everywhere ain't worth it anymore if it all comes from the same store. If you know this, but back in the 30s and 40s, 1930s and 40s, a whole bunch of Creoles moved from Louisiana out to Oakland, where we live, Oakland, California, to work in the shipyards and the oil refineries during World War II. And they brought with them, well, their food, and their music and their culture. And there was a long-standing Zydeco dance, Cajun and Zydeco dance, at the Eagles Hall in Alameda, which I like to call an island off the coast of Oakland. Sounds sexier than it is. It was a real diverse crowd, and we'd go out there and dance sometimes. And one night, well, this old man asked me to dance. I knew he was pretty old because he was tiny, and he was smaller than me, and he was dressed to the nines in a three-piece suit. Well, he led me out on the dance floor, and I tell you what, he's about the best lead I ever had. Sorry, honey.
I'm cool.
Well, he turned me over here, and he turned me over there, and he never moved his feet. He was conserving his own energy, which is, I guess, how you get to dance till you're about 90 years old. And I was so impressed that I wrote a song about him. And then I got a bunch of those Zydeco dancers from the hall to come and make a video with me. It's up on my YouTube channel. You can click subscribe. Playing the starring role of Mr. Joe was Wilbert McAllister. Now, Wilbert, he's in our neighborhood. He's the president of the Black Cowboys Association of Oakland. He is 88 years old. He's a fine dancer, and he's a very snappy dresser. Well, in your pretty little dress with your eyes so bright, come and dance with me tonight. Take my hand, fly away. You move it or you lose it, and I ain't gonna lose music's too loud, we all get old. We all slow down, but tonight we're gonna dance around. So we tighten the tie, lace up the boots, ride the 24 down the same old route. It's Friday night, all's aglow. Come on, dance with Mr. Joe. Oh, in your pretty little dress with your eyes so bright. Come and dance with me tonight. Take my hand, fly away. You move it or you lose it, and I ain't gonna lose it today. Well, Mr. Joe got it all going on. He won't hold you too close or too long. His hands are clean, his eyes are closed. Hold on, kick back, let the good times roll. Woo! When it's all he can do, he puts his suit back on, pays his tab, calls a cab, the city rushes on. Mr. Joe, he floats above, he's filled up with love. So bright, come and dance with me tonight. Take my hand, fly away. You move it or you lose it, and I ain't gonna lose it today. Well, Mr. Joe got it all going on. He won't hold you too close or too long. His hands are clean, his eyes are closed. Hold on, kick back, let the good times roll. In your pretty little dress with your eyes so bright. Come and dance with me tonight. Take my hand, fly away. You move it or you lose it, and I ain't gonna lose it. You move it or you lose it, and I ain't gonna lose it. You move it or you lose it, and I ain't gonna lose it today.
Mr. Joe. Well, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us. We want to thank Esther for bringing us here today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Esther.
I did neglect to mention one thing over there, which is that I do teach banjo online, but also through a subscription service called Peghead Nation. Yeah, are there any Pegheads in the audience?
All right.
In my class, all right. I have about 350 students on that platform that I never see until today. Well, if you want to study banjo on your own time with me, you can do that. And then I also do teach lessons online, kind of all over the country. And from here, let's see, Keith is heading back out to California, and I'm heading up the road to Cass, West Virginia, to the Augusta Heritage Center's Old Time Retreat Weekend. I'll be teaching old time harmony singing all next week. I'll be tuning my banjo.
For the next 20 minutes. It's okay.
And then in November, you want to tell them where we're headed in November?
Well, I'm going to Rome for a few days to work, and then I'll be meeting Evie in Athens, Greece, where we'll be at the International Body Music Festival for 6 days in Athens. Yeah. It's a festival that we started in 2008, and it's really been kind of going strong ever since. And the festival itself moves around. We started it in the Bay Area, but it's been in Brazil and Indonesia and Istanbul, Turkey. It's been in Ghana, West Africa, and Paris, many, many places. And so we're excited. This is the first full festival since the pandemic. So it's exciting to see this network of people that has developed from all over the world.
And after that week in Greece, I'll be heading to the UK to do a couple weeks of tour dates with a fine fiddle player, flatfoot dancer, Sophie Wellington. Yeah. Sophie and I are both have both been defined as Spitfires. So watch out when we get together. Anyway, we want to thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Look forward to chatting with you, and we're going to wrap it up here with a mashup of the old-time tune Valley Forge and a song I wrote called Glory. Thank you so much for joining us. 1, 2, 3. Well, sometimes I am, sometimes I ain't. I ain't, baby, most of the time. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I can't without you by my side. The sun is shining all around. It's not shining on me. How long will you stay in this town? Will you come go with me? Will you come go with me? Glory, wind in my hair. Glory, sun at my heels. Glory, shadows are lengthening down. Glory, the world, come go with me. Sometimes I ain't, but sometimes I am. And I am when I know where I stand. Sometimes I can, but sometimes I can. I can be the one you demand. The sun is shining all around. It's not shining on me. How long will you stay in this town? Will you come go with me? Will you come go with me? Glory, wind in my hair. Glory, sun at my heels. Glory, shadows are lengthening down. Glory, the world, come go with me. Came to me in a color scheme where blacks and browns they turned into greens, yellows and reds they filled up my bed, my head filled with glorious dreams. Glory, wind in my hair. Glory, sun at my heels. Glory, shadows are lengthening down. Glory, the world, come go with me.
And happy birthday. Would you like a song or a dance? A dance?
A dance.
A dance. All right, we'll do a dance.
Can you move your bass a little bit?
Yeah, you take the ring off.
Oh, take my ring off. packed yesterday. Hit. Thanks to Connor doing the sound today. Thank you.